Anybody have any honorable mentions before we go ahead and close out the show? I know that we only picked 10 guys for this article. We really wanted to kind of focus it down a little bit, but there are so many free agents this offseason that, maybe there's somebody who didn't make the list that you'd want to kind of talk about a bit.
That's interesting because there's quite a few names out there that I think Tyrell Williams is certainly one. That's a free agent that I think in the right situation could really take off. There was a report that the Raiders had serious interest in Tyrell Williams. I saw
also
that
today. The Titans too.
Oh, I hate that. I think Marcus Mariota is a bum. Like I just don't like. I just like the Titans' offense is so bad, and it's the same thing. We thought after the exotic Smash Mouth left, they would get better, and it didn't. Which I feel bad for Corey Davis. So I wouldn't love that spot for him, but Jared Cook, we didn't mention him. He's a free agent this year. I could see him returning to the Raiders, or what about this? What if Rob Gronkowski decides to hang it up and Jared Cook heads to New England? That one would be very interesting.
I think I got to throw Adam Humphries' name in there. I mean, this guy has shown some real signs of life down there in Tampa Bay. There's probably a chance that the Arians would want him back, but I think if he lands with a team that really has a short passing focused offense, he would really kind of make a killing. I mean, New England already has their guys in there, but we've seen other teams that have kind of adapted this offense now as well. Even down in Miami now they have a former Patriots coach, and Houston has a former Patriots coach, and who else has a former Patriots coach? Detroit. They could take Adam Humphries if they lose Golden Tate, then put him in the slot. So I think Humphries is actually going to have a lot more interest than I think anybody is really going to think about.
Yeah. I mean, you have a lot of wide receivers here who just are. I mean, it's not a sexy class. We talked about it, but there are, teams that are thirsty for wide receivers, and they're going to have to pick up some of these guys. Like look at Cole Beasley. Like, would it shock you if Cole Beasley ended up on the New England Patriots? And then what the hell do you do with that? You know what I'm saying? Like that just screams New England Patriots to me looking at him. And then you got a lot of guys who have been established in this league who are just going to, where do they land? Like a Demaryius Thomas, who's been banged up, yes. But I'm still curious to see where his spot is. Who else was out? Randall Cobb, he's out there. Michael Crabtree. So I'm curious to see where some of these 31 and older guys, I guess Randall Cobb's 29, but Demaryius and Michael Crabtree both 31. I'm curious to see where these older guys land up.
One spot that I wouldn't be surprised with some of these aging veteran wide receivers would be Kansas City. And I say that because Chris Conley's gone. He's a free agent. There's a chance they could bring him back, but I doubt they do. DeAnthony Thomas is gone. They still have Demarcus Robinson, but Kelvin Benjamin's gone. They probably could use one more wide receiver. And I did see, I think Dez tweeted out a couple weeks ago about Kansas City and how much he loves Patrick Mahomes and how nice it would be to play there. So it wouldn't be surprising to see the Chiefs if they could get on the low, another weapon that way. The Chiefs have kind of turned into more of a, the kind of a warrior situation with playing with Patrick Mahomes and being able to sign there. So like a Dez Bryant to, like Kansas City or something like that would be super interesting. There is a lot of low-key guys here. Like even at running back, you have TJ Yeldon, who has shown to be a decent pass-catching back. Rod Smith was a guy that I think a lot of us liked. If anything ever happened to Ezekiel Elliott, he's a name that nobody's talking about that would be very interesting. A guy who can be a pass-catching back that has never really been given an opportunity, but in the right situation could really be an asset. So I don't know. I just think there's a lot of guys. Adam Humphries to New England would be a very Bill Belichick type of thing, because I think I sit Golden Tate there because really Julian Edelman's 33. And I don't know if anybody. I think he's coming to the end of his career, and if they're Brady's wanting to stay around for another 3 or 4 years, they're going to have to sign some guys. I think they are definitely in the market for a wide receiver or two with the amount of guys they have hitting free agency.